Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Of the closing doors, please.
It's alive!
Transfer is available.
It's available to
The next and last stop is
You're tuning into the sub creatures. You're tuning into the sub
Right? How can you not bop to that?
That's good stuff.
That is good stuff.
You know that's a dude who did that with his mouth? That's like
Yeah,
the
that's a
whole-
beatboxer. It's all by his mouth.
Damn.
Yeah, that's our boy Sung Beats. Welcome to another episode. It is a shit fuck day here in New York City. Just want to get right off my chest real quick. If you are one of those people who walk around the city with golf umbrellas, taking out the entire sidewalk, go fuck yourself. I just ran into that. Those people
The
are the
war
worst.
of the umbrellas is out. It's for sure something I learned.
It is
when I moved
pouring
here.
outside.
You gotta
Oh,
hit
yeah.
them before they hit you to assert dominance.
Exactly, right. I'm your host, Rick McGuire, joined alongside Kim Congdon. PDD, back in the house. And our special guest today, Mark Norman. Thank you for joining us today, sir.
Hey, took the subway here.
There you go. Well, right, that's a good start.
Not
Great start.
bragging. Yeah.
What kind of umbrella did you have?
I don't use one. I go cardboard box and just hold it over my head. It's out sitting outside right now.
Yo, I seen him the other day, last week. It was fucking raining. He's not lying. He's fucking coming down the block.
Yeah.
Swear to God, he's coming down there. He's got like some fresh ass sneakers on. He's coming down the block with a fucking. I'm like, where would you get that fucking cardboard?
You get them outside a bodega. They just leave them. And then you don't have to remember it. You know, you forget your umbrella. You go, I suck. But
Absolutely,
with the
man.
box is come and go.
I'll tell you
you
right
can
now.
just throw it out.
Throw it out. It's disposable.
That's
Right.
the best.
I'm going to either forget my umbrella here or someone's going to jack that shit. I'm telling you right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So you might be onto something right here.
I'm gonna
Telling
take
you.
it.
You might.
What umbrella you got?
I just got one of those personal guys that just covered just this right here.
Selfish.
Yeah.
Do you keep it tight?
You got to keep it tight because I carry my computer with me, man.
His girlfriend's just standing next to him, soaked all the time.
That's the only time she's wet.
Welcome, Mark. Oh,
Good to be here. I'm a big fan of the Insta, so this is exciting for me.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're originally a New Orleans guy, aren't you?
Born and raised.
When did you make it over to New York?
07. Late 07. Got mugged on the subway.
Oh,
Yeah.
First year?
Yeah. First year I got mugged 3 times in a year in this
Whoa,
godforsaken
how?
town.
I mean, that's kind of you got
Your
hazed.
fault.
3
yeah,
times
you just
in the
got
first year?
hazed. coming
Yeah.
in.
I got mugged 3 times. I got bed bugs, and my landlord died of AIDS.
Nice.
Why'd you stay? Jesus, that's enough to get people to go right back.
Yeah, I had nothing going on. Low self-esteem. I wanted to be a comic. It was still better than my life back home.
So you were down there for Katrina, no?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What was that like?
Well, I was talking earlier. It was great as a honky. You could do anything. You could loot. We didn't call it looting. We just called it we're going shopping. I had a fucking shopping cart with a big screen in it. I had a poker set. We had all kinds of good stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. Walmart.
I didn't know the whites looted.
Oh yeah, we don't call it.
Well,
looting.
we don't call it looting.
Shop.
No, I know, but it's still looting, you guys.
You don't get caught.
Mark was
That's
surviving
crazy.
while the black guy next to him was looting. That's how it went down there.
Oh shit.
You never saw those side by side photos of the titles on the newspapers or the online whatever
Oh,
it was?
no.
Oh my god, it was awful, but it was accurate. It was they were saying they had 2 pictures. One guy was a black guy who was doing the exact same thing, and the other picture is the white guy. And one title said, "These people are looting," and the other said, "Look at this guy trying to find stuff to support his family."
That's a
It was
long
wild.
title.
Well, what were
Too
they
wordy
taking?
for a headline.
One guy had a bag of groceries. One guy had a rim. So you never know.
Wait, so when you got to New York, you obviously had it rough right off the bat.
Yeah.
With the subway experiences. Why 3 times? Have you been mugged since then?
No, I was a hayseed. I was a southern cunt. I
He
came
was
up
looking
here.
all gullible, probably.
Yeah.
Walking
that's what I was
around
gonna
all
ask.
happily. Niggas was like, yo,
Exactly.
get him!
Yeah, I was a sitting duck. I was a big alcoholic. So I'd come home at like 5 in the morning. I'm bouncing off the walls. I'm so drunk, and I had the white earbuds in. That was a red flag. And I would
This
just be
is 07?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
when that was hot.
It was-
I was like, yo, they was yapping you for the white ones back
Yeah.
then. It was hot. You might get your
I
face
had the
cut.
big thick iPod, you know, like that was a hot item.
You were playing Snake on it.
Yeah, yeah. And it was kind of before cameras were everywhere, and you still had a flip phone, so you could still fuck with people and not get caught. And I got mugged on the subway. I would always fall asleep on the subway because I was such a drunk. And I woke up, and there was a guy kneeling next to me with his hands in my pocket. And I go, oh, and I stood up real quick and be like, what are you doing? And I was so drunk, I stood up, and I just fell right back down. I was such a mess. And he wasn't even worried. He was like, don't worry, it'll turn right back around. I was in Yeah, and he like moonwalked out the door. The doors closed behind him. He gave me like a salute. And he got everything, my keys, my joke book, my phone.
Oh, you got your keys
Now
too,
he's
huh?
doing-
Everything.
Now he's doing comedy.
He's killing. That was Damian Lemon. Google that name. He's not famous.
So that was the first muggery. What was the second
I
muggery?
think that was the first. Second, they're all pretty fun. The second one, I went to, I used to live in Crown Heights. So I would stay out drinking as long as I could because the travel back was like 3 hours sometimes on that 5 train. Gah! So I was out in Hell's Kitchen. I was at Rudy's. They get free hot dog with every beer. So I was just pounding beer. I was so poor. And I blacked out. And I remember I was walking back to the train. I was so drunk that I go, let me take a little nap in this little doorway here. Just give me like 5 minutes to reboot. I fall asleep. I wake up. There's 4 or 5 guys going through my pockets. And I go, oh. And one of them goes, he's waking up. And he hit me. And I went out again. He got everything. Got everything.
You're so easy to rob.
Well, I was the booze talking.
Damn, we gotta get you some cocaine, man.
I know. I wasn't a coke guy.
Well, you gotta
But-
start, I guess.
You know how hard it is to get your life back in order when you're poor, and they take your credit card, your Metro card, your cash, so you can't buy a new credit card. You can't get a new Metro because you have no money to get the Metro, and then you just
they get your ID too because you're out of state.
now you have no ID.
That's got to be a pain in the ass.
It's a huge pain in the ass. You got to
they-
start
but if-
all over.
Oh my god, I would just killed myself.
Well, that's why I was saying. At what point did you just go?
saying,
All
but
right,
if
I'm
it-
not meant for
You're
this.
If
strong.
it wasn't for
You
that,
are strong.
If it wasn't, he wouldn't be such a beast. He's
Aha.
so strong.
That is
And
true,
those
man. So you're
those
all
are little tests that
Yes.
New York like to give people.
I guess so.
See how you react.
Yeah,
you
I
paid
didn't react
your
well.
you paid your dues, I guess, because you're everywhere right now. You're doing all the late night shows. You're all over the
Oh,
place.
thanks. Yeah.
So it's obviously you've paid your dues. It seems like, but
What was
luckily-
the third one?
Oh, there was a third one. Good call, Kimmy.
Can't move past
Good
it.
call,
Are we
Kimmy.
to ET?
Woo! Good call. I forgot. Yeah, we need.
Michelangelo.
Does it get worse or does it get
So
better?
they
with
punched you in
muggings?
the face. I feel like these stories are intensified.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
first one they wave moonwalk.
Yeah.
Second one they're like he's waking up. Boop boop.
Right.
Third one.
He's
what's
gonna get
going on?
raped. Here we go.
Yeah, they opened you up, didn't
When
they?
I wake up, my pants are down.
It's a crazy story, but the happiest ending.
Oh
So-
yes, it was.
Oh my man.
So I get up. I'm in Crown Heights. I fall asleep on the train. I wake up like 4 stops past mine. I go, fuck it. I'm not waiting anymore. Because these trains at 5 a.m., they take 8 years to come. So I go, I'm walking it. And this is before GPS
walking
and
it.
maps and all that. So I'm kind of like looking around. I'm drunk. I'm hitting the walls. And I see 5 guys on the corner out of a movie, like central casting, bandanas, 40, shooting dice on a piece of cardboard.
One dude
the whole
swinging
thing.
a chain.
Yeah. And just like the whole thing out of a movie, just bebopping and scatting, whatever. And
Oh my god.
so I go, I'm going to cross the street, just avoid these, because these guys they were up and at 'em. They were having a good time. I didn't want to, if I walked into their vision, they would have been like, look at this motherfucker, and that would have been a whole thing. So I walked across the street. Now I got an old guy coming towards me, white beard, must have been about 60. He was on something. He was all keyed up. He had big eyeballs, and he gets in front of me, goes, give me that fucking radio. And I had the iPod on, and I was so drunk, I go, it's not a radio. Thinking that would like dissuade him.
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah, and he just grabs it. So I grab it. Now we're going back and forth, and he picks me up by my shirt, and he just starts slamming me against the wall. Like, you know when a business closes, that metal gate goes down?
Yep.
And it's like, pow! It's like thunder. He's so my legs are dangling like a bitch, and I'm punching him in the face. I'm trying to knee him. He's not budging. Before I know it, those 5 guys run over, pull him off me, and just start beating the shit out of the guy. I'm talking, he's on the floor, they're stomping his face, they're soccer kicking him in the jaw, in the ribs, and I was like, and I grabbed my iPod, which was on the ground, and I just ran away, and I looked back, they're still beating the fuck out of the guy. So I got out of there.
The guys you avoided saved you?
Yes.
I thought at the end, after they started beating them, they go, "Yo, you passed the test."
I thought they were gonna take him for their own. They were gonna be, he was gonna be.
That's our iPod.
So I asked a cop about it like a month later, and he's like, "Oh, those were drug dealers. They can't have a white kid getting killed in their neighborhood, so they had to make a choice."
Oh, see,
Yeah.
that's you were saved by the color of your skin.
Protection.
Once again,
There
They
you
had to
go,
make a
man.
choice. Whoa.
Yes. Pretty wild.
That makes a lot of sense, though. What the cop said.
Yeah.
That actually does make a lot of sense.
Wow,
Wow,
I
man,
never
you've
thought of
had
that.
you've had some run-ins.
Yeah.
That was just 07?
That was 07.
Wow.
Oh,
I guess
it was better.
It can only go up from there, right?
Yeah.
You
Every year
really
got a little better,
Yeah,
but
you overcame all the hurdles,
exactly.
and then you reap the benefits.
That's why I get annoyed when the new class is like, "Oh, I did a mic tonight. It rained. It was tough. The subway didn't come. Oh, nobody laughed at my Tinder bit. Blow me. How about you get bed bugs and have your landlord die of AIDS
And get mugged 3
and
times.
get mugged get 3
And
times."
and I've said on the show before, I've been through the bed bug thing.
Oh.
That is
It's
Hell.
awful.
horrible. It's
That
really
is
bad.
awful.
You're like a non-vet. You wake up at 3 a.m. You're twitching. You're shaking.
Yeah.
You're punching at the air. You know, it's brutal.
I haven't gotten bed bugs from New York, but I got them from like hotels doing
Ah.
stand up.
I thought you were gonna say Lewis.
Yeah,
Well, kinda.
probably.
Kinda.
Yeah, hotels are the worst.
Dude, well, this is a really fucked up story.
Uh-oh.
Is this the one? Have you
Oh,
told this
we've
one?
told this one on here, haven't we?
Well, you maybe sum it up for Mike, for Mark over here, because
Me and Liz were having sex in a hotel one time, and I felt a bug bite on my back, and I
Ooh.
smacked my back, and then I like looked on my finger, and it was a bed bug on my hand
Oh, gross.
during sex.
Ah.
Did you stop?
No, we're Puerto Rican. It made me
Rico.
wet.
Yeah.
Was that a freaking bed bug?
Ooh, you want to play spicy
Oh my
now.
god, that's a bite. You nibbling on me?
You got friends? you invited your friends?
Oh, what? Anyone else hard?
Oh my god, is this a gangbang?
Well, Mark, it's very funny that you brought those stories up because there's a video that we have of this. Just happened a couple days ago. There was a guy in the same situation, fell asleep on the train.
Yep.
And I don't know if you've ever heard of this. So we had another guest, Chris from High Society, came on and told us a story of this. He fell asleep also on the train, and he woke up to a guy using, I forget if it was a straight blade or a straight razor or a...
I think you said it was
Exacto?
a straight razor.
yeah, I think
straight
it was,
razor,
or scissors
straight razor.
maybe.
I know this. Trick.
Someone was cutting his pocket.
I've heard this.
So this just happened a couple days ago. Guys, if we could play the video of this.
Oh, this was me. Sitting duck.
Yep.
Wait, it looks like he's doing a backwards split. I can't. Oh, now I see it. Do you see a backwards split though?
All right, so we got a drunk whitey. Looks like he's in like going out clothes.
Right.
Got a blazer on, and then we got a crafty Afro-Americane going through the blazer. Damn.
He's cutting the pocket right off.
Now see, this is fucked up because someone's filming this and
So,
not doing
I
anything.
Well,
wanted
yeah,
to get
because
to
he has
that,
a
yeah.
razor in his hand.
So what?
I'm not saying shit.
That guy looks like Cleveland from Family Guy.
He's got a razor. He doesn't give a fuck. You think this guy has anything to lose? He'll cut your face.
Why is he cutting the ridge? Just digging his pocket.
All right, so that was another thing I was going to bring up
He
as well.
about that action.
Wow.
Because the pocket's too thin. He'll feel it.
I see. Damn.
But Mark,
just
that's
giving
the
him a
same
hand.
point. That was the same point, and then he just walks off. That was the same point. So there was two things you said in there which are very true. First of all, someone's filming all of this.
yes.
I know the guy. Like,
Yo, we
It's
wouldn't
fucked
have
up,
no
man.
content if he didn't film this, man. How dare you?
This is true.
What's wrong with you, man? We need those type of dudes.
would you be
out there.
you'd be the filming guy, or
I
would you
would've
be
filmed that.
the pocket cutter?
Nah, I probably that time of night probably Uber. I'm changing. I'm changing. My life's changing.
But also, I always thought about this too, and the same thing when Chris mentioned it. You know, at the point that you're actually cutting someone's pocket off of their pants, why didn't you just reach in and pull out the
Because I
fucking
think
wallet
that those
or whatever?
pants are so tight.
Yeah,
You're
the
like
skinny
touching their
jeans.
thigh. And instead of just cutting the area where it gets like slightly looser and more comfortable, you're like trying to fit yourself into this tight hole, which is a whole different.
That was hot.
Here was the other thing that
Should
I
I
was.
do this again?
Tight hole.
Here's
¿Qué
the
tú
other.
quieres?
Here's the other thing I was wondering though. So the guy filming is filming way before anything happens. Like, how does he know? How does he know
'Cause he
that
see-
shit's about to go down?
Because you could look at this dude scheming. Like, you see how he looks over at him? Like, yeah,
He probably saw him get the knife out. He knew.
Wow.
Look how comfortable this person is. They get drunk very often and sit on the train like this and record people.
I mean, the content's endless because I get videos like this all the time.
Let me find out
Really?
he's a plant, yo, Rick. Let me find out Rick's planting people in the
Yeah, that
subway
would be
system,
that would be
yo.
a
No,
bummer.
you know I get accused of that all the time. I get accused of that of setting shit up. I'm like, all right,
It's not that you set it up. You just got your goons out there with the cameras.
listen, everyone's a goon who sends stuff in because they're all doing this type of shit where they're just filming stuff that's happening around them and not much is, no one's really doing
Can we
much.
find this guy? The guy that filmed him?
Well, all right, so this guy, they wound up getting his phone and his wallet. So this guy obviously went to the police, and the police referred to this video that then went viral. So that's how, they obviously didn't catch this guy yet, but, with social media, they're going to catch him.
You think
What
so?
about the guy that videotaped it?
I don't know. I didn't
He
check
get
that.
him on the
We
line.
should get him
Because
on
you know you be getting people.
We should, man. We should. Well, how many do you think we're responsible? How many?
I
'cause
don't know, but I
we're
know-
we're putting the APB out a lot
Yeah.
on some of these people. Remember the guy who beat the shit out of that old woman?
Yeah,
that was
was
all
crazy.
fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they caught that guy right after we talked. I'm not saying it was us. I'm just saying after we put the guy's picture out there, all of a sudden they wound up catching him. The same thing. There was another one recently that we did.
Great, you're telling the world we're snitches.
Nah, that's
No,
Rick.
no,
That's
there's
all
some
Rick.
stuff-
That's Rick.
all Rick.
Rick.
I'll tell you. You know what? If you're beating the shit out of old women on the fucking train,
yeah, I
I'll
will snitch.
fucking.
I'm a rat on you. I'm a rat.
That's
Point.
not
Fuck
snitching.
that. I'm a
that's
rat
not,
too,
That's
son.
not snitching.
Yeah, I'll watch them rat.
Like, if they was hitting, like, this dude, I'd be like, yo, I ain't see nothing. I ain't see a motherfucking thing, man.
But that is why you do not sleep on the train. Obviously, Mark, you know this.
Can't
but
help it.
Yeah, that's what's going
Or
to
if
happen.
you sleep, you just got to sleep with the...
I couldn't imagine having
That's
the
why I used to
confidence.
sleep with the mean mug. So they
Right.
don't, like, fuck with you. And they like, yo, he's dreaming about foul shit.
Or what's the prison way? You sleep on top of stuff, right? You take your wallet and your phone and everything. You sleep on top of it.
Or you, yeah.
Or you sleep with your dick out. Nobody's getting close to that guy.
No one's going near that. So let me ask you, if you did fall asleep on these trains, did you ever miss your stop and end up at the end of the line somewhere?
That's when I got the first mugging. I was at
Okay.
the end of the line in Canarsie. I was like on the
Oh.
beach. I don't know where the fuck I was. I was in the Hamptons.
thought it was in the Hamptons.
I've never been that far east, you know? I was in China, and the guy was like, don't worry, it'll turn right back around. I remember like a gust of wind blew his fro. It was a whole thing. I could see seagulls and shit. Yeah, it was like the sun was coming up. It was a whole thing. I have a friend who got so drunk, he fell asleep on the subway, woke up on the air train.
Oh,
I don't know how he got on
you have
there.
to transfer.
He had to transfer at some point.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And the air train, that's just that's one stop. That's the airport straight to, I think it's Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
Jamaica. And that raises
impressive.
questions. That is impressive.
Another guy, Cassidy, he got drunk and walked onto the garbage train because he was so drunk and the garbage train pulled up and he just got
Have
on
you ever,
it.
Kimmy, have you ever seen one of those garbage
Can
trains?
I tell you the
I've
other
seen a dude
day
sleeping on that
it
once.
was like 2 a.m. I was trying to get home. The next train was so far away, and this garbage train came by so slow that in my head for 1 second I was like, it was one stop I needed to go.
You're contemplating?
I was like, I could just hop on.
Yep.
2 minutes later, hop off. But I was like, is this worth tripping and dying right now?
No.
Or that shit turns express and you're
Yeah, you're at the
wherever that
landfill.
garbage train's going.
That's true.
But
it crossed my mind for a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, is it worth it?
that's why, we all do it, taking these trains so late at night, but it's like, sometimes
It's a
you just gotta
nightmare.
ante up and just get that fucking Uber because
Yeah, I've been changing, man.
God, last night I went to PD's show in Brooklyn.
When did you leave?
We left at like 1:30 or something like that.
And this is when you took the train?
Well, yeah, and then we were
Why didn't
looking.
you take a cab?
Well, we were like, let's take the train. Well, just because it was like, I don't know. I was like, it's a 12-minute walk. Then we'll just sit on the train. It's not a big deal. We got food, so we're eating on the walk, me and my cousin. And by the way, PD fucking murdered his half hour last night. It was
Oh,
so
shit.
good.
Oh.
It was crazy good. But yeah, we walked so far, and then it said that the 6 or the 5 was there, and the map took us to the 2-3, and then there's these 2 MTA workers, and we were like, it says the 5's here, and they're like, no, the 5's down there at the Barclays Center. So we walked all the way down there. We like waited for so long, and then we realized that the map had told us sent us to 2-3, even though it was the 5, because the 5 was running on the 2-3 line at that point in time.
And at that point, you're cross-eyed and you're fucking.
And we're so tired. Now it's 2, and now we're like still have 50 minutes on a train. We're like, we're taking a cab. We're just gonna spend the fucking $1,000 it's gonna cost.
Yeah, it's not cheap, but sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah, I know.
It's just not worth the headache.
Sometimes you just got to invest in your happiness.
That's true.
And you save time. Yeah, you're spending money on time.
It's true.
It's very true.
You guys ever seen the guy jerking off on the train yet?
I have yet to see it, but I'm sure it's happened.
I seen the dude fondling his shit, but he ain't really have full
stroke.
Full strokes. But he was going. He had the short stroke, so it was like
Asian,
but slow. He was like slow.
Wait, explain to Mark how people get away with it wearing hoodies.
Oh, they do that. You remember that you put the arm under the shirt? So they put one hand in here, like this, and then they just beat their shit like.
So the other one's actually underneath their hoodie.
That's genius.
And you know what? If you bounce your leg at the same time, it'll look like you're just nervous.
Yeah.
Good point.
Some pocket pool going that way too.
You guys have really figured this out.
This is how checked out my mom is. This is why I'm a comedian and I need attention. My mom came to New York to hang out, whatever, and she got on the train to come meet me at a restaurant. Guy is masturbating on the train, full stroke hobo dick, the whole thing. Just callous, chalky, ashy hobo dick. Just sitting there, man-spreading, jerking it. My mom gets on the train. He's staring at her, jerking it. Everyone else has gotten off the car, except her. She goes the whole way, gets off. He does, too. And she comes and meets me for dinner. Halfway into the dinner, she goes, yeah, this guy was masturbating on the train. I go, what? You didn't change cars? She goes, what do I care? I go, geez. That's how hard it is to get a rise out of my mom.
That's where you get your resilience from.
I guess so. I've been trying to get her to look at me since 81. This guy's jerking off in front of her. Any other, self-respecting housewife would go, oh, and clutch the pearls and run to the cop. But she goes, what are you going to do?
Your mom has seen some shit.
That is fucking hilarious.
Also, she said it 80 minutes into the dinner. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Something weird happened.
Yeah, it was a cannoli.
Looking at that cannoli. Exactly.
Yeah, and she's like,
this reminds me of the story when I was coming here and this dude was just beating off.
Yeah. Full jerk.
These people were.
It was really hard to recognize literally all of them. I've never seen such an unrecognizable cast of celebrities.
I seen the Iron Man. I was like, yo, my nigga Iron Man's on the train.
Was I? Like Robert Downey?
Yeah.
Well, that one wasn't. He's talking about a separate post.
Okay.
It was a guy who looked like that.
Oh, it wasn't him?
No, it wasn't him, but it looked a lot like him.
Trickery.
But this one was actual celebrities. I mean, this was like
Keanu.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is that?
That's Mandy Patinkin.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I've never heard that name.
Have you seen Princess Bride?
No.
That's a dude from
Is
the
that
show.
his only one?
Have you ever seen Homeland?
I was about to say
Homeland?
Yeah, I know him from Homeland.
Have you ever seen Criminal Minds?
Nope.
But
Dick Tracy?
he got the default old white dude New Yorker, just like all right,
He's
whatever.
wearing New Balances.
He looks like a NYU professor.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, I understand if you don't know his name, but and I guess he is looking down, which doesn't help.
Yo,
but he has a very
hot. He ain't Beyonce hot.
He's got a very recognizable face though, like.
But he ain't hot.
It's very
out
distinct.
Here. He ain't hot.
No.
Man.
Next.
Here's the other one. Can we go to the? All right, so that.
All right, that's an easy
Is
one.
that Paul
McCartney?
Oh my God, Jesus!
That Scarface. He look like Scarface with a leather.
I'm so glad I brought these because
he
this
look
is
like
great.
Scarface with a leather on.
I literally look like Paul McCartney to me.
It doesn't help that he's sitting next to Pitbull.
I'm looking after my investment.
So that is I
Scarface
believe
Pitbull.
Noel Gallagher from the band
Noel.
Oasis. No, it is Noel. No
That's
Gallagher.
annoying that it's Noel. Let's just
He's
talk
British.
about that. Oh, okay, fine.
So the band Oasis. You've heard of
That's
Oasis
just
though?
Noel with an accent.
Wonderwall.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
wait. Your body is a wonder wall.
Oh, you did that on purpose, didn't you?
Oh, man.
Please tell me you did that on purpose. It was so
Wait,
quick that I don't
wait,
think
it
you
was
did that on
like-
purpose.
You're my wonder
Whoa.
wall. Okay, that one. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, got
good.
it.
So that's
I'm
that
back.
guy.
I'm
That's
back.
that. She's back. She's back.
All right. Unrecognizable still.
No, but this next one's really bad. Like
All right, you
totally.
know that one.
You know this
That
one.
Gwyneth Paltrow, Tiffany Haddish.
Avengers.
No.
Scarlett Johansson.
Mark, don't tell them.
All right.
Let them burn right
Oh,
now.
Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
And Tiffany Haddish.
And
Yeah.
And Tiffany Haddish in the background. No, but that's not a good picture of Kate.
She
That's
looks
not,
bummed.
That's not a good picture of Kate.
Yeah.
This
And
is, honestly, this I like really like this because I get that. I
Well,
understand looking. I just like.
there's
to
a
look
lot
like
of these
that.
celebs in
Feels
these
good.
pictures that just looked miserable.
Can we get
And
more?
can you really blame them? Because there's a couple more.
Okay.
There's a couple more. I hope you get one of these at least.
He'll get the last one.
I
know you will.
So Kate, a lot of people thought that was Anna Gunn, who was the mother on Breaking Bad. A lot of people thought
Really?
that.
I can
I
see
don't
that.
see that.
And
I
can
it's,
see
I
that.
I never thought it, but until they said it, I was like, I
Yeah.
could
But
kind
the
of see that a little
boots
bit.
give away the lesbian thing. That's
she a
like-
lesbian?
Oh yeah, big
She is?
muncher.
Yeah.
Yeah. She loves the coos.
Wow.
Big fan of that gash.
Wow. I had no idea.
Loves that beef.
Oh God! All right, guys, let's go to the next one because the next one I really think these guys will get. You
Oh,
guys
come
know who
on!
this is.
Oh,
that's the
fucking-
dude. That's that dude.
Come
Fucking-
on.
I don't know his name.
Billions.
but I know him.
Billions.
Don't say
Dan
it.
Soder.
Yeah, Dan Soder.
I won't say the name, but I'll give
it's-
you some hints.
No, I
You
know.
know this.
He's
Private
also,
parts.
he,
That's the
can you
dude from
stop?
Billions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going.
His name
Sideways.
is Danny DeVito.
Oh, man, this is sad.
Who is that? What's his name again? Fucking.
Yo.
I know, but I don't.
Can you give me another movie or show that he's been in?
Hold on. Because he doesn't usually have that beard and whatever I'm thinking of him in.
That nigga look mad depressed, B.
Yeah, him.
Do you know the Frankie Muniz movie where he
Yes.
gets dyed in blue?
Yes.
got
Okay,
that.
it's him.
That's
Do you know his
literally
name?
the movie I'm thinking
I know-
of.
I
And
know
that's
it is,
the
that's
only
why.
reference I
Thank
have.
you, Alex. Thank you.
He got
Thank
that
you.
my dick don't work energy.
I don't know.
does.
What's his name? I'm so
Impotent.
bad with
Needs
celebrities.
some blue
All right.
chew.
All right, so this is Paul Giamatti.
This is why Doug
Paul
Benson doesn't like when I
Giamatti,
do his movie show because I'm always like, I don't know. I always say the lovely bones for every answer, and he's like, you have a problem.
We do have a couple more.
What was his name?
Paul Giamatti.
Giamatti.
He's a pretty big. I mean,
Sounds like a
he's
frat
big.
brother.
the name aside, like when you see him,
Yes,
you're
yes,
like,
I would
oh,
see him and
that's
know that he
pig
was on
vomit.
TV.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. Let's go to this next one.
Come on.
You got to know this one.
He's the most recognizable.
I've never seen this guy.
I
in my
agree,
entire
Mark.
life.
I think he's the most famous
guys
out of
are
all.
Are you
terrible.
kidding?
Philip
Who is
C.
that?
Hoffman.
Wow. wow.
Steve
Dan
Buscemi.
Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd.
Jesus.
I agree. I
H.
thought he was the biggest name.
Yeah.
I thought for
Who
sure.
the fuck is
How
that?
is he? What is he? Bezos or some shit? Who the fuck is this guy?
Bezos.
This is unbelievable.
This is
now
wild.
now I'm starting to understand the comment section a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
Hey, what are
brown
they
people.
saying in there?
They were saying the same thing you guys are saying.
Oh.
Who the fuck are these
Yeah,
people?
yo, you gotta do Beyonce or like.
Bro, you
Jigga
think
Man or
Beyonce's
something,
not riding the C
bro? There's
train?
some pictures of her on the train if we could find it.
All right. No, Beyonce actually was on the subway.
That's what I'm
There,
saying.
there are pictures of her on the subway. 'cause I remember
yeah,
seeing them.
Secret Service. is
Guys,
what
let's
they-
pull this up one more time. I'm going to give you a hint. He's married to Sarah Jessica Parker.
Still doesn't help me.
That doesn't help you at all?
Man.
Who gives
you
a
guys
fuck?
are out to lunch.
Who?
He's a
Because
celebrity.
He's an A-list celebrity.
No, he's not.
I'm pretty sure his name's on the Walk of Fame.
No,
and-
it's not.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily on the Walk of Fame.
Who is he?
Yo, I just want to see his.
Have you ever
pockets
seen-
get-
Expensive.
Now I'm starting to understand. I'm trying to figure out though, Mark. What do you think it is about not only them but the comment section? Is it a generational thing? Is
Sure.
it,
Yeah,
like-
of course.
Because I thought these were no-brainers. So now what I'm gonna all right, we have one more, and I know you'll get this one because
They gotta
it's
be
your world.
hotter.
It's your world.
They
This is
not.
your
Look at
world.
that. Look at
you
that.
know this
Oh, that's
motherfucker.
Colin. Come on, that's the guy.
David
The guy
Attell.
from the Taxi Show.
Robert
Cash
De
Cab.
Niro.
Cash Cab.
Yeah, exactly. No, he can take
Ben
a cab.
Bailey. It's my man
Ben
Ben,
Bailey.
Ben Bailey in the Billy.
Man, he looks rough.
SNL.
No, I know,
SNL.
I know Colin Quinn. You know?
Ah, they fucking Louis.
She got one. She got one.
I
All
actually
right.
have a funny story about Colin Quinn. Last year,
Ooh.
this is funny because Skankfest is this week. Last year at Skankfest, me and Alex took way too many mushrooms one time, and we had this like thought on our mushroom trip that we needed to go give Lewis a hug, and he was watching, which he was so excited about. Colin Quinn's what's the show?
Tough Crowd.
Tough Crowd
Yeah.
It
reunion.
was the revival of Tough
Oh,
Crowd.
right.
It was
there.
like a huge deal.
Huge.
It was like a tiny room, private, quiet. Me and Alex go in there. I'm looking for Lewis, and there was a fan in the back, and she goes, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm looking for Lewis," like just asking her to point him out. And she goes, Lewis.
Ah.
And everyone turned their head to Lewis, and then she points at me, and it like makes it look like an emergency almost. So he starts running over, but on his way over, he tripped over a pipe in the ground.
Oh my God, this just
and
gets
like
better
it
and
just
better.
stopped the entire show.
Yeah.
It, like for a second, and then once he tripped, I'm freaking out in my head because I'm like, I only
'Cause
came
he's
here
gonna
for a
beat you now.
hug,
'Cause
and
he's
I
gonna
have
beat you
nothing
now.
to say when he gets to me.
Yeah.
And so he just like tripped, and he got up, and like people helped him up. He was like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" And I was like, I just wanted a hug.
Oh,
it was like
kinda sweet.
so fucking awful.
She made him give me one too.
Yeah.
There you go.
But he was nice. He gave us
so
a
nice
hug.
about
and,
it.
Yeah,
It's like
escorted
that-
us out
That's like that
promptly.
that's like the after Rocky's fight when he was like, "What happened to your hat?"
That was a great Colin Quinn story.
It was. That was. So because of those reactions on those celebrities, if you want to put that in quotes or not, I think now what I'm going to do is just troll the fans. And the next time I do this, I'm going to put up like people that no one's going to get. And they're just
You
continuously
already
going to
did
get-
that.
Yeah, nobody
Well,
knows.
clearly I did. Clearly I did.
You gotta do pop culture icons like Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav. I think
Little
I saw
kids would
pictures
know
of him
that.
on the train as well.
I mean,
with
that's
his
a lot
clock
of
and
dudes
shit.
uptown.
Yeah.
You know who I want to see on the train? I want to see like a JoJo Siwa.
Who?
Who?
The
You see,
fuck is
don't
that?
you start with this shit right now.
Who's that?
Exactly.
JoJo Siwa, pull her up. She's this. It's fucking creepy. She used to be on Dance Moms. She was like a little girl that wore bows, but now she's like, I think 16 going on 17, and she's still dressed like a little girl.
Pull her up. Sounds hot.
It's not. It's fucking weird.
Well, I'm
looking.
very curious
She
as
has
to who
this
the fuck this
ponytail
is
on the
now.
top of her head, and it's so tight. It's like squeezing her face.
I like that.
Oh my god, she's
JoJo Sima?
Siwa, and she
Siwa.
like and look and pull up her room if you can. Yeah, I mean she looks a little mature there, but
Yeah, too old for
can
me.
you not pull up the womanly picture? Pull up like JoJo Siwa, yes,
There
and
we
she's like
go.
16. She dresses like that. It's fucking
Now we're
weird.
talking.
She's
Can you pull up
16
her
right now?
bedroom?
Bedroom.
Yeah. Yes, I'm serious. It's fucked. It's fucked.
What?
She and the thought
How do you
like
know who this is?
she's because I used to watch Dance Moms. And she is 16 years old, so she definitely masturbates in this room.
Wow. That's
Like she
hot.
jacks off in there.
Yeah, she does. So do I.
I know a couple guys who would
It has
too.
a slide in it.
Oh, God.
Oh, I didn't even notice that
It
there was a
looks
fucking slide.
superimposed though.
It does look, yeah. That's
It looks
not-
photoshopped, but it's really a room.
How you know you been there?
Because I watched a YouTube video tutorial of,
All right.
you know, I'm into it.
Interesting.
Of
So
what?
so you'd know JoJo Siwa, but you don't know Paul Giamatti or Matthew Broderick.
I already forgot their names. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Well,
Matthew Broderick was up there.
Jesus, hey, channel.
Which one was that?
That's the guy.
actor?
who
can we
was
pull the
Philip
Matthew
Seymour
Broderick
Hoffman.
one up
Oh, that
again?
was the, okay.
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller's
Oh
Day
yeah,
Off.
I remember now.
He was the one with the glasses.
I remember now.
Okay.
It's coming
There
back
he
clearer.
is.
Yeah, it's
There he is. Good to have you.
Have any of you guys flown lately? I know a lot of you guys have
Every
tour
weekend.
schedules, and you're going all over the place.
Yo,
when was the last time? Oh, you actually just been on
Son.
tour. You've been flying a lot.
You know what my new shit is? First time ever TSA pre-check.
Game changer.
That is a game
It
changer.
is.
Beauty.
It's big.
I get
Yo.
the clear and the pre.
Oh my
it's
god,
great.
yo.
Well,
Great.
how do they know you're not going to decide to become a terrorist?
Don't matter. You paid for
Yeah,
it.
you paid it.
You
Exactly.
paid for however you want to do.
That's crazy.
Where
That's
were you
great.
flying to?
Fire.
Where
I only flew to two places. I flew to Arizona, Phoenix.
Yeah, you did.
Fucking pre-check.
First class?
Nah.
That's
And
a
then-
long flight.
And then I flew.
Well, how?
to,
Wait, from where?
Here to Arizona.
That is
yeah.
a long flight.
And then I flew from somewhere to fucking Dallas. That was
Oh,
first
yeah.
class. Fucking what?
Nice.
Yo, you get that motherfucking pre-check? People look like poor people just taking their shoes off.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
gotta take their fucking belts off.
Dude,
looking
I fucking
mad homeless.
I fucking hate flying. I don't know if any of you guys are the same way. I fucking get anxiety
That's
the
why
second
you
we
do
hit
edibles,
a bump.
yo.
Is that what you do?
You just got to fly enough to not care.
Yeah.
and that's my problem. I don't.
Yeah, because, every
And-
time I don't fly for like a month, my first flight
starts
back, I'll get
kicking in.
nervous.
You gotta hope you're the most
Fire.
famous guy on the plane, or else it's Matthew Broderick killed
Yeah, true.
and others.
And others.
So The segue to this is there was just a flight that had probably the worst turbulence I've ever seen, and people caught it on camera. Let's just play this video real quick. Watch this shit. The flight attendant, she hits the ceiling.
Fire.
Oh!
The Daddy Mac will make you.
Jump.
Yo.
Now they get a free
Like, if you
Sprite,
have a newborn...
Complimentary earphones on the next
They
flight.
still don't give him the can.
Yeah.
Wait, what happens if you're holding like a baby?
Yo,
That's a
shit
goner.
gotta go, yo.
Call that an Alabama.
I don't think you're holding that baby anymore after that. I mean, look at that.
That could kill a baby, right?
Oh yeah.
So
That's how you get rid of
So
them.
10 people got injured. A good number of them because of that hot tea water. But I've been on where it was pretty fucking bad, and you feel like you're flying like that flight attendant into the roof. That's what I was going to ask you guys. Since you fly so much, if you've run into shit like that, you have.
The last flight I took was really bad. It was. I flew into San Antonio, and they had stopped all other flights, but we were already so close to landing that like we just had to land, and because they weren't going to go back up into the storm, and it was so fucking bad that like they had to kind of just like not land for a while because they couldn't even get. I don't know what was going on. But it felt like we were landing sideways. Like, it just felt like it wasn't going to happen. Everybody was like, we're not going to land. We're going to die in this storm.
Well, have you ever seen the YouTube videos? They actually land planes sideways.
What do you mean?
Dude, guys, look this up. I swear to God, this is a thing. They land planes when there's, like, really bad crosswinds. The plane goes into the runway completely sideways, and at the last second, like, turns.
Nice.
That's probably what happened
forward.
to ours.
I saw
that's what it
these
felt
videos
like.
are all over the place, but that may or may not have happened. I don't know.
It was fucked up. It was really fucked up.
The worst I've had, we were taking off. We were on the runway. We start, hitting top speed. You're waiting for the front to start lifting up. Instead, it goes down and they slam on the brakes. And I'm sitting there and the woman behind me starts screaming, "We're all going to die. We're all going to die."
No.
And I'm sitting there and I have my hands on my head. I'm like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" Like in your mind, you're thinking how much runway is left. And they stopped, and you know how calm the captain always gets on no matter what. They're always like,
sorry
turned
for the
out
turbulence.
we had a downed engine, and
Right.
we're just gonna go back and switch planes now. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, we have to do this all over again.
But then you're like, yeah, I'm glad they figured that out before we were in the air.
I know.
We've
You're not thinking about that in the moment, but yes.
Yo,
I took
imagine
one
if you
flight-
was on Molly.
Oh yeah, that'd be fucked up.
That'd
You can't
be
do
fire.
hallucinogens.
Molly,
on
I mean, mushrooms.
mushrooms or like acid or
I
something.
said Molly, hallucinate Molly, you don't feel
No.
good. You're gonna be like, yeah,
No.
you play too much.
Yeah. I've had a captain get on the thing and be like, he was like, "We're just experiencing some turbulence," like that. And you're like, don't say it like that. Like it was like he was going down on a roller coaster. It's fucked
Yo,
up.
so
Right.
watch this video. Watch this plane land.
Whoa.
He's like drifting.
Yeah, it's like
That
the
shit's fire.
electric slide.
Wait, where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
It was in the water.
Well, look at that.
Shit.
Sideways. This guy's good.
Yeah, right. You got to be really experienced to be. I feel like to be able to do that.
That was like a snowboard trick. Look at that. Wow.
Oh.
Then he evens out.
That's crazy.
Now imagine if you're a passenger on the one side of the plane and you can see right down the
Yes.
runway. That's got to be fucked.
This is a fucking Sully up even.
Yeah.
Planes are crazy just in general.
Of course.
They're fucking wild.
Fire.
Apparently, this is
Yo,
like
if I was a
this is
pilot, that's the
thing.
only way I would land. You know? Sideways.
I'd land
Should be a
upside
move,
down.
man.
That should be an
Only way I'd
sideways
be
air.
like, yo, hold up, we about to land. Let me just.
Right.
And you'd go like this
Yeah,
with your
that's how I
hand.
do it. I make sure they put a steering wheel instead of that shit. I just have a.
Wood grain.
With
Yep.
the,
Do you
with the
remember the
little,
guy that stole the
Yep.
plane?
when I killed
The
himself?
guy, that stole the plane and killed
That
himself,
was
and he
fire.
barrel rolled first.
He was like, yeah, I think.
What?
Where did you
Oh
put
my!
the
Did you
barrel
steal it from
rolls?
New York?
Pull it up.
Nah, it was in like Seattle or some
Oh,
shit.
it was Seattle. You're right.
Oh.
He was
he
like,
stole
what?
a plane, and you have the whole audio. This guy's trying to be like, buddy, you can land the plane. You don't have to kill yourself. It was an empty
He was
plane.
like,
He
nah,
worked
I'm
at the
good.
airport. He just stole it like when nobody was there.
Did they shoot it down?
No.
he crashed that
he,
shit.
he crashed and killed
Because
himself.
how do they know he's not going to try and fly that shit into something? How the
Because
fuck do
he
you
was
steal a
saying
plane?
he was saying on the radio he just didn't want to make sure everybody everybody was safe. He just wanted to take himself out.
He's
and
like,
they
yeah,
were like
my
trying
girl,
to convince
she's
him.
wildin',
Yeah,
and
I
my
mean, that's what
boss
the
is a
9/11
piece of
attackers
shit.
said when they were fucking trying to get into the cockpit.
I don't know. He sounded pretty trustable. He sounded nice.
And he was mad calm. He was like, nah, I learned how to.
How
I
long
learned,
He's like,
how, I learned how to fly playing Xbox.
Yes, that's
I'm
what he
good.
said.
I
And then
know.
he was like, I'm thinking I'm
This
gonna
Is this
barrel
it?
Yeah.
How'd he get it?
Are we about to watch him crash?
He worked
Oh,
there.
Watch.
Okay.
Look, he looks at
Whoa.
He's upside down?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do a couple.
Oh,
Might as well have
shit.
fun.
Look, watch.
barrel rolls.
No.
He fucking lands that shit.
So he didn't die.
No, I mean, he does
Yeah, he
eventually,
does.
but for that time, he just had fun.
Oh, he's in the water.
No.
Oh, he picked it
Got
back up.
him.
Oh.
Ah, sauce.
Still better than a Spirit flight.
I mean, it looks like one of those gliders that you like throw.
yes.
It was a smaller plane.
Wow.
But if you can hear the
'cause
audio,
it's got the propellers.
He's talking to like air traffic control. He's like, yeah, you know,
Just
just had a
casual.
rough day, you know.
He's like, he's like, I'm just screwed in the head. You're like, oh, it was just sad. Just a young kid. Yeah.
That was pretty
Oh,
fire.
man,
it was
that's
pretty
like-
fire.
I
Like,
mean,
if
it
you're
was a
gonna
good way to go.
if
Yeah.
you're gonna go,
the
dude,
sunset crashing into an island.
Yeah,
he was
beautiful.
like, they were like, why don't you try to land it? He was like, nah, I think I'm just gonna do a couple barrel rolls
Good
and
for
just
him.
take it into the water.
That's what
I
exactly
don't want.
what
He said, I don't want to.
Oh,
hurt
so they
anybody.
did deploy the fighter jets.
Oh.
Is this the same thing? Oh, it is.
Shoot him
Okay.
down.
They let him live. I mean, they didn't let him live, but they didn't.
They
shoot
were
him.
just making sure he was.
Well, it's good to know that they got the fighter jets
Here we
up
go,
there.
here we
Because
go.
what if this guy did?
To hear that I did this, I would like to apologize to each and every one of them.
Just got a
Just
couple
a broken
screws.
guy. Got a
Wow.
few screws loose. I
like
guess.
this guy.
Never really knew it until now.
Listen.
I'm at 2100.
He's
I
talking
started
about the
like
gas.
30 something. 100 pounds of fuel.
Rich, you said you're at 2,100 pounds of fuel left?
Yeah, I don't know what the burnout is like on takeoff, but yeah, it burned quite a bit faster than I expected.
Because you're flipping.
There is the runway just off your right side in about a mile. Do you see that? That's McCord Field.
Oh man, those guys will rough me up if I start landing there. I think I might mess something up there too. I wouldn't want to do that. Hopefully, they probably got anti-aircraft.
No, they don't have any of that stuff. We're just trying to find a place for you to land safely.
Yeah, not quite ready to bring it down just yet, but holy smokes, I gotta stop looking at the fuel because it's going down quick.
Okay, Rich, if you could you start a left-hand turn, and we'll take you down to the southeast, please.
This is probably like jail time for life, huh? I mean, I would hope it is for a guy like me.
And
Wow.
Okay.
right now he's just flying around, and he just needs some help controlling his aircraft. Very good.
Nah, I mean, I don't need that much help. I played some video games before. I would like to figure out how to get this cabin altitude. Like, I know where the box is. I would like to get some, make it pressurized or something so I'm not so lightheaded.
Anyway.
Minimum wage. We'll chalk it up to that. Maybe that'll grease the gears a little bit with the higher up.
Oh my god.
He did it for the
dude.
people, yo.
Yeah. It's
What,
one
this
way to
is
get a
the
raise.
chillest fucking shit.
I know.
People's lives are at stake here.
Pops.
Now, Rich, don't say stuff like that.
Dad.
Nah, I just told you, I don't want to hurt no one. I just want you to whisper sweet nothings into my ear.
He's funny.
Hey, you think if I land this successfully, Labs will give me a job as a pilot?
I think they would give you a job of doing anything if you could pull this off.
Yeah, right. Nah, I'm a white guy.
If you wanted to
Wow.
land,
Oh man.
probably the best bet is
Dude,
that
Wow.
yeah, let's
That was
cut
great.
out of that. That was amazing.
You gotta
Fun,
get him
right?
on here.
How the hell did I've
dead.
never heard of that.
Oh.
When did that happen, Alex?
You guys have never heard of that?
No.
No.
Oh
I-
yeah, it was like a big deal.
Yeah, I wish I was a producer. I would like sample parts of that and like
Yes.
put a beat on
I
it.
mean, it's sad that he didn't make it.
He
but
sounded like a cool guy, right?
he didn't
see if
sound like
some-
a guy with screws loose at all.
See if Sung Beats could do something with that. Chop it up.
Yeah, we could ask him.
Yeah.
Somehow incorporate it into the intro.
I'm a
Tuning
white
into this
guy.
airplane crash now.
I'm a white guy.
Trying to hurt no one.
Yeah. Come on, they
Played
roughed me
video
up.
games before, man. That's that guy was so relaxed and chill.
Chill. It was like NPR.
Yeah.
It was like NPR. That's so funny.
Guys, let's jump into the clip of the week here.
Clip of the week.
Next up, Subway Creatures, Clip of the Week.
How do you pick? You got so many gems.
There are a lot of gems to pick from, so it's not always easy, but this one's pretty good. Kimmy and Petey, think about this one when you watch it and tell me what comes to your mind immediately.
Okay.
Let's go to the clip real quick.
All right. We got a guy eating ice cream out of a little pint.
I fucks with this dude.
Is that a chip?
It's MetroCard.
Oh.
So we
Good
actually
call.
had, this is the second time we've seen someone do this. Remember the
Yeah.
girl who had the guacamole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was eating with the MetroCard?
Gross.
What was the first thing that came to your mind when you saw him eating with the MetroCard?
that other clip we had of the person that diarrheaed all over the MetroCard?
Yes!
things?
Thank you. I'm glad you got
Wait,
that.
Yeah.
what?
Someone
Okay.
took a shit on each of the swipe things on the train over here. 10
On the
minutes.
train
the
right
only train
here
to
in
get
Second
from
Ave.
here. On each one of them, took a shit inside of it. Yeah, on each of the things. So like,
How?
it's just
He just stood up on.
he
top
must have
of
shit
it?
in his hands and wiped it. Like,
Yeah. And then there's one of the turnstiles that had a swipe through the shit. So someone clearly still
wow, that's
swiped their card.
hilarious.
probably not looking. You know,
Yeah.
when you just,
Yeah.
Right.
And then it was all over their hands. Can you imagine? You
Then
just
they
have someone
ate
else's
guacamole with it. They don't give a fuck. You gotta understand the type of people you dealing with out here. I love New
Ew.
York. I'm telling you, I was in all of Nashville and everywhere. Everybody's all fucking friendly and nice and everything. This shit, it makes me scared, man. I
You
don't
didn't like
trust that shit.
Pleasantville out there?
I don't like the quiet shit. I like
Yeah.
the fucking shit on the turnstiles and the
shit. Yeah, they were
MetroCard
also doing like a
spoons.
quiet auction for you. So
Nah.
yeah,
Nah.
you can't be in Nashville too
Nah,
long.
son.
You gotta
Nah, son. Yeah, that shit
get
did feel
out
like
of
Get
there.
Out. I ain't gonna lie, son. Low key. But I fucks with country music now, man.
Oh, country music's
Oh,
the
you like
best.
it? I'm
Yeah.
not a
Started.
fan. I can't do it. I don't
It's
know
the
why.
best.
Cause like, yeah, whatever. That shit was fire though.
I don't know. So a guy eating ice cream on the train using his MetroCard immediately. Thank you, Kimmy, for getting that because that's exactly what I thought of.
What was that flavor? Rocky Railroad.
Doodoo swipe.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yo, he looked like he had that 7-Up, that 7-Eleven cup for like 2 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He just refills it, same straw and everything.
Metro cover ice cream doesn't seem terrible to me.
No,
It doesn't until you think about.
The
you never
diarrhea.
pick nothing out of your teeth with your MetroCard.
All the time.
No, you don't.
I do that. Yeah, it's perfect size. I got a couple gaps.
Yeah,
I get in there.
Look at his face. He was
You
disgusted.
got a nice row of ivories there.
That's just your skin he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, but if you saw the shit, like the type of videos that we always watch, I mean, whether it's shit, and you know what a lot of New Yorkers say, which I don't blame them, and I think this is kind of going off of Petey's point. Dude, you just assume shit's on everything.
Yeah.
You just assume it's everywhere in the subway. It's on everything. It's on your MetroCard. When you put your MetroCard in your wallet, it's now
It's on your
everything
MetroCard.
else.
It's on your pants. It's on your
Yeah,
wife.
when you hug your friends,
Yeah.
doo-doo on
Well,
their
here's the-
chest.
I mean, do you eat ass?
Yeah, you
If
know how
so,
niggas do.
What's the diff?
There's shit on you.
Yeah.
Shit in your cavities. You ever
Yeah.
had shit in your cavities?
Gross.
You gotta go to the back. You know, you gotta put your tongue all the way to the back of the
Yeah, where do you think that peanut came from?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
and then it smells extra foul when you get it out the crevasse.
Oh, yeah.
You
And
know
then you
that
re-eat
smell.
it.
Oof.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
worst when you
yeah.
pick it out and you go. We've all been there. Hey, AP.
Yeah, look at AP.
Yeah, he's
AP is
eating
a
ass.
monster.
Have you eaten ass?
Shit.
Nah,
that's
he wouldn't
great.
have that glow if
Would
he ate
you?
ass. Look
He
at
wouldn't
me and
have that
Buck.
glow.
Look at me and Buck. We got like a certain like a hue about us, but look at him. He's glowing. Like we're not glowing. This
Yeah.
guy's
Wait,
fucking.
would you eat
glowing.
ass?
Aw.
I like that.
That's a
gonna
good
do-
answer,
Willing
man.
participant.
That is a great answer.
Consensual
That is
anal.
a great answer.
Aw. Yeah, you do seem
Would you
like
ever
fresh
ask
face.
her? Would you ever ask her like, "Yo, let me eat your ass, though, please"?
What if she wanted to eat your ass?
Really?
You wouldn't do that to
What a
her.
gentleman.
But what if she
He's
wanted
got all
it?
the right answers right now. I'm not gonna lie.
But if she did, take that out of your mind. She thinks your asshole's perfect.
She like, give me that ass.
She wants to like.
AP.
You're doing her a
But
favor.
there is a world theoretically
doing
where your
her a
asshole's
favor.
You know why I
perfect.
date you? Because AP mean ass play. Now bring it here. Bring it here.
If it was like a
Get your
bucket
ass
list thing
over here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd make it happen.
But the asshole is so close to the vagina that I have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, you got the whole thing out there like a smorgasbord.
Especially from the back.
It's like a
Especially
skewer.
from the back. From the
It's like a
back.
skewer.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's, just,
Oh,
it's an
man.
inch away.
Yo, you ever eat it from the back but sideways? Like you come in like
Yes. Yeah, it takes a good tongue.
It's a vibe, yo. It's a whole vibe,
Oh,
man.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
It's a whole vibe. You come in sideways on it.
This is nice. I like this.
Yeah, I'll put anything between
Come
my
on, man. We built to win over here,
If it
man.
fits, I'll
AP.
put it in.
Mark Norman eats your ass, then you have a Metro card stuck in your crack.
How did this get in here?
That's an unlimited. I got to take that back.
Still got 4 days on that, honey.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Oh my god, that was perfect. All right, Mark. At the end of each show, we do what's called shameless plugging.
Yeah.
I want to give you an opportunity to
Butt plug?
Where can we find you? What do you got going on? Give it to us.
I don't know when this comes out, but either way, check my Instagram. I got some fun Subway guys on my stuff. I'm on at Mark Normand. I'm on Twitter at Mark Norm and marknormandcomedy.com for dates. Coming to a town near you all over the road this week or this year. And Tuesdays with Stories is my pod, and praise Allah.
There you go. Wow.
Thank you. I'll swipe your crack with a card anytime.
Hey.
Timmy, what do you got for us?
Follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. Check me out. I'll be at Skankfest. Are you going to be at Skankfest?
You got that right, sister.
Yeah, me and Mark. Petey, you going to be at Skankfest?
Nah, I'm going to be at Clusterfest.
All right. Well, check us out at Skankfest, June 21st through 23rd. And follow my other podcast, Broad Topics. What up? We got merch now. And TOPIX, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, anywhere you find podcasts. And I like to say this. If you haven't yet, subscribe, rate, and review Subway Creatures on iTunes. It just takes a few seconds. It makes a huge difference to us. We don't charge for the podcast. It's all we ask.
Beautiful. Petey.
Oh, you know, you can find your boy. I'll be at LA next week, you know, all over. So follow me on the gram at PD's Jokes. I'll be in San Francisco this weekend.
Nice, that's gonna be so
Clusterfest.
fun. It's the best.
I'm excited for that. And what else? I got some other shit going on. I'll be back on NPR next month on the 25th.
Hey,
there you go.
Wait, don't tell it's your boy. And yeah, that's it.
All right.
We were just talking about that.
Good shit. All right. Well, we say it each week. Check out us on iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Also, check out Subway Creatures Pod for any highlights from the show, as well as bonus content that you're not going to find on the main account. You can get a 14-day free trial using promo code Subway on GasDigitalNetwork.com. That's where we're going to have it on HD. We're going to play bonus content, all the not safe for work content that you can't see on social media, as well as all the other shows that the network offers. That is promo code Subway on GasDigitalNetwork.com. Pete, do you have one more thing you want to add in there?
No, I just remembered I wanted to tell you something, but
We'll do that. We'll do that in a second. All right, Mark Norman, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
really
you,
appreciate
sir.
it, man. This has been an awesome show.
A lot of fun.
Thank you to you guys as well, and we'll catch you guys next week.
yeah.
Yeah, eat ass, single ride.